off-season been?
Can't complain, spend it in Cali and, enjoying the weather minus the past month. It's been cloudy and stuff, but yeah, about it.
Some shifting pieces up front with Zion moving to left guard, Jamaree sliding in at right guard. Just for you, as sort of the leader of the group, what's been sort of the process of kind of figuring out what the group is going to be with these new places for everybody?
It's good. I mean, I think Zion has said he feels more natural in that position. I think Jamaree is like steady Eddie, man. Like he doesn't bat an eye no matter what. And we could ask him. We asked him to play left tackle last year, 4 games in or whatever, and he went in and rolled. So it's just, throughout camp, it'll be the communications, the fits, and the combos and stuff. But those guys inside, they're workhorses, man. Obviously, glad to get Rashawn back, and Pip, glad to get him back as well and re-sign him. So hopefully, the goal is through camp is to build that continuity, and I feel like we communicate really well. Now it's just about getting the feel for everything down.
Considering everything that happened last year, Rashawn going out and Jamaree having to come in, how well do you think you guys have played? And can you take that to another level?
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's really obvious. Run game lacked. Protection game, I think we can be better. And, that's what this offseason, a lot of it has been about from a protection standpoint, is the communication, simplification of everything, and also just relying on our instincts more and helping out everybody as much as we can, And I feel like we're making a lot of improvement even right now. But the run game, like, we'll take accountability for that, man. I'm sure you could pick apart a bunch of different reasons, but ultimately, like, up front, that's something that we take pride in. We want to run the ball. Every O-line in the NFL wants to run the ball, and for us to, fall significantly below our standard, I think that, that's in the back of our mind and it has been. So that'll be a key point for us all throughout camp, and then continuing on through the season.
What's been the difference run game wise with Kellen so far?
Well, really, we don't know. I mean, there's some verbiage and different blocking techniques and what have you that we're having to learn, but ultimately, like, it's on us to learn them, and it'll be on Kellen. It's his responsibility to fulfill his job description. It's our responsibility to fill ours, and that'll be what it is. Like, everybody's run game's different. We got to learn this one. I feel like we're doing a pretty good job of it, and there's no any issues that we have had. We've been able to work through them and whatever. But as of right now, we gotta do our job, man. We gotta be a lot better than we were last year.
Rashawn mentioned simplification in the run game, and Kellen sort of explained that as like having the runs that you really major in and focusing on those, and then you can add bells and whistles after you really figure that out. How do you think that'll impact the run game in general? That sort of approach, simplification, sort of focusing in on those things that you want to major in.
Yeah, I think the focusing part of it will help us a lot. It's, there was a little bit of, we didn't ever get good at one thing last year, in the run game. We had our plays that were successful, but, like, they were individual plays. And, there wasn't a scheme or we never felt like we got in the flow. I'm not going to sit here and say, some of it's on us, some of it's on coaches, some of it's on everybody, right? I mean, it's a collective effort here, and it always will be. And so for us, majoring in something, just like you said, I think that'll enable us. It'll help us take a step forward. No, thank God. That was we were just talking about this. I never would have thought I would have felt this good at year 10. I thought I was going to be like hobbling in, it's tougher to recover sometimes, but like I feel like I take such better care of my body now. Some of it's because you have to, and some of it's because like you just train smarter. But definitely feel a lot better than I thought I would have. So thankful for that, and I'm lucky to not have any major injuries. So
is it energizing to be in a group of 5 with so many young guys? I'm trying to phrase this the right way with it.
Yeah.
but you have like Zion and Jamaree are both second-year players. Rashawn's still on the rookie deal. Trey just 26, just kind of signed a second. Is it energizing being around that many young guys, or like sort of around you as the center?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, there's good aspects the other way too. I mean, when we had O'Day and Sco and those guys, was awesome to have, and Matt, to have the other veteran presence in the room. But it's and on the field and stuff. But these guys, I mean, they really do operate like vets. Like we'll have to learn through stuff, but when it comes to like not freaking out on the field and just being cool, calm, collected, like they do, especially, I mean, Rashawn and Pip obviously, but the guys next to me, who I communicate directly with the most, those guys do an excellent job of that. So none of the yips, the rookie, jitters or anything. Those guys have been great.
Does that come from you, or is that something
that's just
they
their
learn?
natural disposition, man. Like those, I guess you can blame Tom or the personnel department, that's for getting them here, So yeah, that's why but that's I think that's just how they naturally are.
How nice is it? This OTAs, it's the same group of 5 and also same offensive line coach.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and with Kellen, like I said, we're learning some new stuff, learn new verbiage, new techniques, new plays, what have you. But just like you said, having Nuge here and Sean, both those guys I feel like our room gels really well together, and it's been, it was obviously initially a learning experience for Sean and Nuge, but us being able to receive their teaching in the same manner, helps out a lot.
Does it make it easier when, the guards are switching spots and stuff, but you're used to playing with them from last year?
Yeah, for sure.
This year?
Yeah, I mean, those guys, like, can't say enough about Jamaree and Zion. Zion's like a genius computer whatever guy, and Jamaree's like just, again, like cool, calm, collected, knows ball, gets it, there's little aspects of the game where just your intuition has to kind of take over, and like a guy's going this way, like your assignment might take you out here, but there's a guy returning to the gap. So like just little stuff like that both of them get really well, and so yeah, it's comforting to know that.
Or there was, speaking of the running game, there was some uncertainty about Austin's future with the team. Now that seems settled. What does it mean to have him coming back and knowing?
Yeah, awesome. Well, I can't say enough about Eck, man. He's really like, he works his butt off. He does an excellent job on the field. He's a great leader. Like, obviously very happy to have him back. Happy that he got a little extra cash, and incentives and stuff, so that's cool. But for us, man, I mean, Eck is, one of the mainstays, man. I mean, he leads by example and does a great job in the running back room. So yeah, very happy to.
Were you guys in contact at all while he was trying to get this stuff worked out?
Not much. I mean, I just, as much as we ever are. But yeah, I think what really speaks to Eck is like nobody batted an eye. Like there was an issue, it was a monetary issue, and there was nobody coming out of the woodwork saying like, oh, Eck's like, he doesn't do this well, or like they think this of them, because you know how those reports leak out. But they nobody batted an eye and knew that it would get done, and yeah, so happy to get that resolved.
Cool. Yeah, you guys, Green Bay, you had a couple disappointing exits in championship games and stuff, and then just what happened here to end this season. Anything you can take from those Green Bay experiences kind of with the group or moving past that?
I mean, no, we never got it done, I can tell you why, looking back, and same thing with last year, that Jacksonville game was, when we look at it, it was kind of a combination of a lot of things, and we understand why it happened. Now, we got to improve, we got to make those, and I feel like we are, but at the same time, like, it's just, it's going to take, I know those guys that I walked into, when I walked into the locker room in Green Bay, those guys, 90% of them had been on a Super Bowl team, the Super Bowl team, and that standard that they set, that's what I'm trying to do here, and what all the leaders of our team are trying to do, where we expect to do this, like we expect to make the playoffs, we expect to get to the championship, like we need to start. I feel like we have done a good job of, and Coach Staley top down, like we've done a good job of, those are our expectations, like this is the standard, so just gotta go and do it.
Is this one a little bit harder to get over?
I mean, it is what it is. Like it sucked, I feel like every loss is, especially in the playoffs, hard to get over. But yeah, we're here, so.